And hello, and welcome. Today we're going to be jumping into readings. So let's just talk about some of the energy that's been up with Dream World. So this morning, when I was slowly waking up, I had this, it was so surreal. It was like I just heard it so clearly. I saw the newspaper flash of the salmon, how 150 tons of it had to be removed because it was salmonella or some kind of something going on with it. And I saw a big X on it. And I said, "What is that, Spirit?" I said, "Well, there might be some things of that nature happening, but the majority of it what's taking place is food is being stored up for other people." And I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I already kind of figured that out." So, yeah, that's what's happening. So, a lot of things are being, some things are being um, done on purpose to create the food shortage. And I said, "Yeah, I'm aware of that too." So, Spirit was just telling me there are certain people that are harvesting the food, they're harboring it because they are going to put a lot of, what is that word? Cryo, cryo, it can go into cryogenics where it's super frozen, and then all they have to do is it preserves it in exactly in the state that it's in. Like in those movies we've seen. Okay, that's what they're doing. And then when they're ready to eat it, they have something that neutralizes it and takes it out of this cryo state. And it's just like it was just harvest. It didn't lose anything. It just it was shocked in that preservative being preserved that way, cryophysics. So I was just kind of like, wow, we're just really getting into that demolition man theory, aren't we? And total recall and sixth day. We're just really really stepping into that. So I just look at it as the way it is. And I'm thinking on that. And I said to myself, okay, I'm just gonna go with this. I'm just gonna just let it be, let it do its thing, whatever. But I find it kind of interesting that was coming up. And then the other message, oh, the sun. I like this one. Okay, how everyone is waiting for the so-called solar flash. That flash, the two major flashes have already happened because it jolted Mother Earth in such a way where she literally just like paused and it shimmered all the way through her. So it just already happened. It already took place. The bigger solar flash, they're doing it, the sun is releasing it in smaller intervals so that we can tolerate it. So what's happening, and I want you to think about this, and I thought this was the neatest thing. Every time the sun is super bright, it's already emanating this flash of light. And the photonic light that comes in all those different colors is already imprinting itself on everything. So, it kind of puzzles me. How would beings, the xenomorphs, try to stop that? They can put all the clouds that they want, but hey, we got to remember when they put the clouds out, that's when the starships show up and they come in. And somebody on here, who was that? Was that Kalima? Kalima Ara? I think it was him. Him and his friend did a video here on YouTube, and he was interviewing his friend, and they had a video of this missile because the other day when I was driving, I looked up and I saw this thing going up in the sky like this, but it had a tail on it going straight up. It wasn't a plane. It looked like a missile. And it wasn't a comet because if it was a comet, it would have been coming down with a tail. It was going up with a tail. And I said, I wonder if that's some kind of missile experiment that they're doing. See, this is what being on five, I don't being on five, I'm a divine. Okay. When you're on five, you're divine. You're on an organic timeline. 3 and 4, I don't agree with you anymore. I don't consent to your energy. I don't consent to your negativity. I don't consent to the AI stuff. None of that. I just keep moving with the real thing. Stay with it. The benevolent light. The malevolent light, tricksters, all that stuff, lowering your frequency, playing games, gaslighting us 24/7, gaslighting. I ain't got time for that. I don't consent to it. So here's the thing. They had the picture of this rocket that was going up, and there was these 3 lights sitting in the sky, starships, and they were sitting there. And I could just imagine the conversation they were having. I said, "Oh, look at these little human beings having their little temper tantrums once again. Oh, these little tiny xenomorphs are trying to still stay down here, even though they're copies of each other's. Look, oh, look, you guys. Oh, there's a missile. Oh, they're practicing. Oh, they're actually going to try. Oh, should we? Let's see how far the missile goes. Okay. And then the middle starship says, I think I'm gonna take it out. And it jumps forward and takes out the missile. I just started cracking up. I said, now that's what you call war games. Just boom. And then it just kind of faded back in itself and it's like, what else you got? I said, I love it. So, yeah, that's the kind of timeline I'm on right now. And a lot of us are on the organic timeline now. And I'm so happy a lot of people are getting it. And one of the most beautiful things that showed up, I think it was on Friday. Friday, I thought it was really neat. I was being tested. And one of the tests was, how do you really want your world to be? Do you want to live a magical life? Do you want to live a life where you're not stressed out? Do you want to live a life where you're at peace? I said, I want to live a life where I'm at peace. I'm not stressed out. I can be of service, fulfill my mission here, do what I came here to do in my divine light. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to kiss nobody's butt. I'm sorry. I never was good at that. So, so I'm all about let me help you turn your light on and shine it bright as possible. Okay. So when I was asked that question, I just thought I would just kind of be like in this place of, let me just see how I could create this. So what I did, hold on, let me get that. Hold on. I have to get it. Let me get it. I have to. Okay. So I am going to get to the read. I totally promise. So anyway, when I was being tested, I was in my medicine path and I said, okay, well, you know, this is what I would like. I like to just have a peaceful day. I like to have a peaceful Friday where I can just be relaxed and do what I want to do. I can just be of service, do my teachings. I'm not trying to put anything out just yet, and I'm just kind of putting material together for later. But I like to be having some fun. And then I said this, and I want you to try this out also. I said this. But you know what? My beautiful ancestors, my beautiful dragons, my beautiful creator, my beautiful divine mother, I would like to just have a little something given to me. Just a beautiful little token gift, a little love gift. Something given to me for free. So as I said that, I just released it. And I love when I do that because I never know what I'm gonna get. It's like I'm like, what are they gonna bring me? Yay! So I go out. We go to Nevada City, and I'm out and about. And I say, I really want to go to this one shop. So we went and got some. Went to two places I really wanted to go to. Got some cacao, and then after that, went to this imported trades store that was just it's magical. So I went in, found a patchouli vanilla candle that I wanted. And I said, "Oh, I love patchouli." Always can tell when people don't like patchouli. They always have an attachment to them when they don't like it. Find out really good. Anyway, with that being said, just in case. Um, and then I came across the bells. And I said, "Oh, yes, that's right. I got the bells from the other one." So listen to this one. So this is the medium sized one. And I said, "Oh, I like that." So the gentleman who owns the store, he's watching me. Every time I come in, he does this. He just watches me and he gazes. He starts smiling. And I said, "Why you always smiling?" He says, "Because you walk in, you got all this light around you when you come in." So I said, "Oh, okay." So I was ringing that bell, and he goes, "Well, don't you like the bigger bells too?" And I didn't understand what he was talking about. I said, "Well, I thought this was the biggest bell." So then I looked down, and in the basket, they had the bigger ones. And I was like, "What? You got the bigger one?" Oh, are you ready? Talk about ring your bell. I love it. Can you tell? So I fell in love with that bell. He had like a basket, and you had to go through and ring because they're all handmade in the Nepal. And I just fell in love with this. Now he had some other bells on his table that were like a heavier brass type of bell, and I was like, no, they're heavy. They don't have the tone. I like things that are made the old way. Oh, can you feel it? Oh, so exciting. So I go to the counter and I said, okay, I get the bells. And he's like, I could tell you really like the bells. I said, I do. And I only come to this store and I buy them from here because they're so beautiful. I love the simple things in life, the simplicity of that. So I'm paying for it. And then I pay for everything. And he was smiling. I was smiling. And then I see these little matchsticks on the side that have the different scents. They're like little matchsticks, incense, sandalwood, and then a spice one. So I grabbed the sandalwood and I said, "Yeah, I want a sandalwood one." And I grabbed the spice one, and the spice one just like kind of jumps out of my hand, falls at my feet. And I said, "Oh, you really want to go home with me? Okay, fine." So I get it. And I said, "Oh, well, let me go ahead and pay for these." And he was getting ready to ring it up. He goes, "No, here, take it. I want to give it to you." I go, "Oh, it's a gift. It's a gift from the gods. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it." So I get my gift, and then I'm walking out, and I said thank you to him, and then I look up and I go, "Thank you." So that just made my day, and amongst everything else, it was just perfect. So the sun is already doing its thing. Come on now. How the heck do you think you're going to try to compete with that? And I got a picture on my phone and I keep going back looking at it. And I took a picture of it and I opened it up. And you can see these little black line lot scattered in front of the sun. I'm like, oh, those are starships. Look at that. I took a picture and didn't even know I had it. Too late to cover it up. I believe, I believe, I believe. Everything is open up. Talk about get right in your life. Come on now. It's time. Get right in your life. All right. So let's just take a look at what the message is going to be for this week, what Creator is saying, because that's what the dream message was, and about the food, and then I got another part of the message when I was in the shower. You know, when you're taking a bath and you're in the shower, that's the water sending you messages, because life started in water, so we can easily get our messages in the water. And it was just telling me, it said, do you really think that Mother Earth, would allow herself to dry up in water? If she dried up in water, she would not live. She would not be able to support life on this planet. A lot of water has to be recalibrated and healed and cleaned. So if waters are disappearing in certain places, it's because it has to be clean. It has to be recalibrated, and new water will be coming in. It will take some time, but new water will be coming in as the new water for her. Just how we are going through cellular change is the same way that she's going through cellular change. How we require to drink more and more water, she's got to do the same thing, but she has to purge out the stuff that's in her body, just like we do. So let's take a look at what is the heaven realm saying. I believe, I believe, I believe. Yeah. All right. And then we're going to take a look at the message between. Okay. Then we're going to see how it falls here to Earth. How it shows up on the Earth plane. And then how is it guided? Be so light. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I always forget to say all the introductions. Be so light. My name is Prisa Pakala, Felicia, Niana. Like and subscribe. La, 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 la. There you go. All right, here we go. Message number 1. Suffering in silence. There's many of us suffering in silence. Feeling lost, feeling as though, okay, I'm sitting up here, I'm trying to figure out. Got a number 9 energy sitting with us. But in that silence is the awakening. Yeah, I can't make this stuff up, people. It's the awakening. That's the 2. It's the awakening of the divine feminine and divine masculine energy, living through that. So that's that 9 and 2. And then here on Earth, how it shows up is 21. It's embrace. We're embracing the light, the newness. Look at her heart being restored. Okay, so we have suffering in silence, we have the awakening, and then we have that 21. We got that 3 energy. And then the final card, how it's all guided, is, oh, wow, 68. Boom. Heaven is rushing in and showering you with blessings. Open your heart to receive. Boom. And this is a number 68. Look at that. So that is that 14 energy creating a change. Look at that. I like that. All right. So that's the message so far. So it looks really interesting. Am I waiting for anything to change? Like I said, if a messenger or a horn doesn't blow, trumpet doesn't blow by the end of this month, before this month is over, then that trumpet is never gonna blow. You understand what I'm saying? It's all been this delay, 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 delay. So, which another reason why I said I did not do any voting, because when you're in 5 and 6 energy, why would you? You don't need somebody ruling over you. Why would you do it? Why? That's 3 and 4 will experience that and more, but 5 and 6 don't need that. That's what it's going to take to stand in that. That's the kind of energy we have to hold. So, in my truth of who I am, that's what I represent within myself, and can't be denied that. That's just how I represent it. And others represent it, and others represent it well. All right, lovelies, that's my message, and I'm going to stick with it, and I'm speaking my truth. So, therefore, you do too. Be good to yourself and be so light, like, and subscribe. And that's a wrap. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.